function of the Board of Equalization shall be confined strictly to assuring that the market value for assessment purposes of property has been found by the assessor, and to the functions provided for in Chapter 6, Title 63, Idaho Code, relating to exemptions from taxation. The taxpayer shall have the burden of proof in seeking affirmative relief to establish that the determination of the assessor was erroneous. A preponderance of the evidence shall suffice to sustain the burden of proof. We are not here to discuss market value, or we are here to discuss market value of the property, the condition, the state, or information that is relevant to this topic. This is fact and not opinion. We are not here to discuss taxes, past grievances, policy, personal income, or other issues. If you do not stick to the discussion as requested, your time will be reclaimed. So you'll be given 3 minutes, and if there's questions, we'll answer them. The assessor's table will be given 3 minutes, and if you have a question, we'll answer them. And then the rules are to be kind, direct all questions or comments to the board. If your conduct is out of line, you'll be warned once. If you continue to be out of line, you will be asked to leave the building, and if you won't, you will be escorted out of the building.
Sounds fair.
All right. State your name and your 3 minutes begin.
Jared Scow. So I submitted a few comps. I don't know if you guys have those, but based on the information that I have and comparing it, I guess, with a few different things, you've valued my house my home $150,000 more than what my neighbor's is. They're similar in age, similar in size. Theirs you valued at $110.70 per square foot. Mine you valued at $158.54 per square foot. These other comps that I've had pulled, my home is a manufactured home. I have the plate from the house, from the back. These other manufactured homes that have been sold in the last year or so, $109.90 a square foot, $109 per square foot. There's a house down Hawthorne Road that is within 100 square feet upstairs and downstairs. Its taxed value is $380,000, which is $113 per square foot. I don't understand how my value has jumped $220,000 in 1 year, because it was valued at $333 last year. It went up to $550,000 this year. It's an older home, 1980s, 84 I believe is the stamp on it. It has 8-foot ceilings. It's not a giant vaulted ceiling house that these brand new ones down the street are. It has old wood siding. I guess that's my argument.
Question real quick before you go to the assessor. Do you have dates on these sales that you provided, these sales comps? I don't see sales dates anywhere, unless I'm just missing them.
I was told they sold within the last year from the realtor that pulled them for me.
The reason I ask is if they, let's say for example, they sold in April of last year, then we would time value that forward to come up with a more current value of that sale. And so that's why I'm just asking if you have an approximate sales date on those.
I don't. I know when she pulled them for me, she was having a tough time, but these were the only like 3 that she could find within the last year.
Yeah.
But I could find that information out, but not immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I did kind of glance at these comparables. The first comparable is in Fort Hall Reservation, and it's not on a permanent foundation. It has never been declared real property. Subject property has 4,112 finished living area with an attached 2-car garage. So these are not comparable as far as square footage and the basement foundation. Also,
Are you saying mine has 4,000 square feet of finished?
that's what we show
Okay,
you.
okay.
Okay.
Questions come at the end.
Sorry.
Okay, and I will go through the home details. Another thing, we did go out, we picked up an addition from a building permit back in 2020. The building permit was for a 40 by 16 addition, and that had a certificate of occupancy dated July 7th of 2020. So that 640 square foot of living area was added for the full year of 2021. So with that 640 square feet, it did bring, and I'm just jumping down to the comparable sheet, it did bring subject property into the main living area at 2,376 square foot with a below grade of 1,736 square feet, of which the basement is finished. Subject property does have an attached 2-car garage. It does have a couple large shops and outbuildings. It is located on a 5.32 acre parcel, and I don't know about that mobile home. It looks like there was a little bit of a confusion. Was it a modular home? It had to have been declared real property for it to be placed on a parcel. But with our comparables of other like homes on acreage, subject property is coming in at about where he needs to be. Also, the 640 square feet and the basement, that is absolutely real property, and the attached garage, because they are, and the home, because it is affixed to the ground. Thank you.
Comments on what you just said.
So, yes, there was an addition. And in doing, I was just going off of what I could pull off the county's website. So, yes, there was an addition done. So the square footage is correct. I'm not arguing that. But in doing so, it removed one of the bedrooms. So the upstairs only has 2 bedrooms and a closet. But on that note, my neighbor's house is still valued way under what mine is, and they're within 300 square feet of what mine is. So I don't see where $250,000 value is, where that $250,000, $220,000, whatever that difference is. Okay, it says theirs is valued at 407, mine's valued at 550. And so I don't see where 200 square feet of 40-year-old house is worth $150,000 difference.
Okay. Questions? Commissioner?
Still looking real quick, sorry.
So, did you talk to one of the assessors? The worksheet on this? Did you look at that?
Talk with the one that did the worksheet. I did.
My wife did the worksheet, but I wasn't.
Oh,
Okay, because they've come down quite a bit from the original assessed value this year.
That is correct.
The original
yes.
assessed value is $638,953. And the assessor's office has come down to $549,062. So,
Total value?
so I'm just saying, somebody's been talking back and forth.
Yes, and I'm
be-
sorry,
Between offices.
I should have.
I don't know that,
right.
my wife has never said that that information was made to her.
Okay, and I
Like-
just see it on what was submitted to us. So they've come down $90,000 from the original. So so that's, everybody's on the same page there as we're talking, okay?
Okay, but on that other comp, yes, one of the comps did not have a basement, but one of the other comps was for the same price. It was on a foundation with a two-car garage. And it's valued at $109 a square
Okay,
foot.
okay, now it's right here. This is where the discussion is. Thank you.
These homes I struggle with because
I'm gonna take parts and pieces and add to them, and
it's never a clean one. The new assessed value is what?
549,062.
And the basement, I'm sorry, did you say is fully finished?
Yes,
No.
they said yes.
Yeah, they're saying yes, you're saying no? How much of the basement is finished according to you?
Probably 3/4.
3/4? And you guys showing 100%?
And I am going to pull him up real quick because I'm not sure what adjustments Dana did on this. So to make sure I'm answering your question.
Okay, thank you.
We are showing the basement as a fully finished. Correct.
Okay.
Then the notes here say that it does appear that we changed the house type to manufactured home after BOE last year. That's in the notes.
Mhm.
It is still sketched as it should be as a single-family home. Correcting the house type to match the sketch at a one-story did actually lower the value to $549,062 as shown on the corrected property record card.
Well, as I've been doing all day, looking to see what the market is, and one website shows the assessor's value coming in under, and another shows it coming in a little bit over. I kind of like that one a little bit better. So if I were to do it, make a motion, I would say that on parcel RPRRCHI 000900, that we set the assessed value at 521,000 with the change coming off of the improvements.
You have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 521
Yes, 521.
is what we just made a motion and approved. Like I say, you have the ability to approve to the state or to the courts as well as the assessor's table. With that being said, I'd consider this hearing over. Thank
May I
you.
ask a favor? Would it be okay if I took a picture of that so I could go back to the office and make sure it's attached to your files so that that little
Card.
site you brought in? Yes.
We sent a picture in last year of it.
I know, but it didn't get in the file.
And that's
and
fine.
We looked and looked, so.
Yeah, we were out
that way
of town
It
last
won't
year,
be the same issue next time, fix your